Welcome back to the Oaks. Nice early start here. We are just topping up the cow's TMR. Now, oh, they didn't take a fat lot. Have that filled it? Yes, it has. Excellent. So, the reason for starting early is I wanted to start before 6 AM because I've added in the automatic milk sale mod. So if we just advance the time, we should see, there you go, £14,566 worth of milk. Then we can just top the cows up again. There we go. We can put this back in the shed, and then we can go and check on our sugar beet field. So just down at the main yard now, and oh, look what this is. So this is my mod. It should be back in testing by the time that this video comes out. So yeah, it's a bale bunker for sugar beet. Now, I've mentioned before, this was inspired by Wardy's Waffle, who is an arable farmer up in Norfolk, I think. There's a fair bit of sugar beet along with other arable crops. So, and they store their beet in something very similar to this. So, yeah, can hold 500,000 litres plus whatever you can tip into the space available here. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to using it. I've looked at the log and there's no errors, which is good because it, like I say, should be with Giants now for testing. So we're going to make use of that today. We have got a field of sugar beet that is ready to harvest. Says remove foliage, but that means that it's ready to go. So yeah, we can crack on. We can lease ourselves a beet harvester and make a start. Well, we've gone for the Holmer Pterodos. This is the one by Giants. So we are using that to lift the beets. I think I'm going to do most of the headlands. Just because obviously it's a big bit of kit and we don't want too many mishaps, but also I want to be able to unload into the bunker. So that is the plan. I have set courseplay up, so I think if we do the headlands and then we can stick it onto a worker to do the lands. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just doing this. I think I've been not hyping myself up, but yeah, I've been looking forward to doing it. I have a plan for the shipment of the sugar beet as well. I know we could just deliver straight to the sugar mill, but you know, nod to realism and all that lot. What we're going to do is we are going to set up a beet cleaner and then load the beets into a lorry, and then they will be delivered to the sugar factory, which is something, again, I know I keep going on about him, but they load the beets using a telehandler into the beet cleaner. That gets rid of all the soil and any bits of debris and stuff like that, and then they get a better price from the sugar factory. So that is the plan. And yeah, I mean, it won't be this episode we do that. This is just going to be focusing on the actual harvest itself. But yeah, probably maybe next episode, I guess. Let's get that on the header so we can lift it up. There we go. But yeah, next episode possibly will be cleaning the beets and getting them sold. So I'm going to do a little bit more around the headland, and I will see you when we are unloading the harvester. Our first unload is underway, and I'd say we're probably about just over 50% through the first headland, and we've already got 45,000 litres of sugar beet. The other thing you'll notice, if I can stop it from zooming in, is that the large trailer fits under absolutely perfectly. So what I might do is upgrade the other 2 trailers as well. Now, I need to be careful here so I don't crush the crop. What I think I might do is leave that trailer there for now, open up the rest of the headland, and then we've got a route round to go and unload into our bale bunker. So first load of sugar beet. Now you will see that we get a trigger, so that's for the actual, I guess you'd call it silo part of the bunker. But what we can do is we can treat this a bit like a silage clamp, I guess, and we can just back in, and if we press Control and I, side tip, of course it is, we can then just dump on the ground like so, and that's actually worked quite well, I do have to say. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll Control I again, and we'll switch the tip side. Come on. There we go. Let's have a look. Grain door, no. Tip side back. There we are. And then we can put a bit more at the back there, like so. There we go. We are empty. And it's not come through the bales, so job's a good one. Did alright with the collisions then. But yeah, so that's the first load into the bunker. I have, you can probably just about see now, customised both of the other trailers. Interestingly, it didn't cost anything, which I was surprised at, but maybe when we bought them, they came with the side extensions and we could just bolt them on as and when, I suppose. So there we go. Right, I'm going to crack on. We'll do a few more headlands, and then I will see you in a minute. Well, this is load number 5 going into our bunker. So you'll see that we're probably getting close to being as full as we can be, just dumping the beets on the ground. I don't want to drive over them too much, but I'm going to also cram as much in as I possibly can before we start using the underground element of the silo. Bit of rough terrain around there. Now, the bit that you can see on the headland that's missed is because I started from this corner, whereas in Horseplay's mind the start is down here somewhere. So yeah, it's got a bit confused, but we can grab that at the end. Hopefully it's not going to cause too much of an issue with the lands. But yeah, the yields are good. Let's just take a quick look at the yield map. So, you know, not bad. Lowest is, we'll go for 80%, I think. And that's only a smattering through the field at the moment. It is the loamy sand. So again, not the best there, but pretty good on the loam and the sandy loam. Now, if we have more beet that we can store, we will deliver it straight to the sugar mill and start the production process off. But yeah, for the majority of it, hopefully we can store it, keep it for a bit, get it cleaned, and then get it delivered, and yeah, start making some money from sugar. Right then, so I've grabbed the Manitou and we bought a bucket, and we've just pushed up as far as we can really get. I don't think I'm going to cram any more on the ground like that. So what we can do now is just back up to there and hit unload. And that then will start loading into the 500,000 litre capacity. And there we go. Cool. So under there is a fill plane. So once we get a few more loads in, that'll start to appear. But yeah, it's just another way of getting more capacity into that bunker. I did unload the Fent. No, I didn't. I unloaded the harvester into the Fent, and I did the bit of headland that we had missed. So let's get this part out of the way. And what I might do now is, now we're using the triggers and the normal part of the bunker, we should be able to start to automate things, hopefully. So I'm going to have a bit of a play, get an auto drive course set up, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. So after a bit of faffing and a few minor adjustments to the course, I think we are now automated. So I've tested it once. Now we will see how we get on. So I've disabled, there's a setting within auto drive, and it's about the tip sides of the trailer. So what I've done is I've disabled automatic and set it to I think it just says no, and then it will pick the one that you've got it selected to. So you can see that is kind of close. It's just picking up the trigger a bit early, but not too much of a problem. So now it should, we bring up auto drive, it should pull forward, reverse a little bit, and then loop back round into field 81. So we'll just watch that a second, make sure it's behaving. There you go. So it's pulled forward, just reversing back a bit. There we go. And then off it goes again. Could do with probably levelling out that bit there. It's quite bumpy. We'll do that in a minute. But that looks now like it's pulling forward, and we'll start to turn. Come on. There you go. Super. Job's a good one. Now I did, if I just hop out a second, so that's running well. That just moved. If I just bring up the auto drive course, you'll see I've put a little bit of a loop in here. Now I was going to put another waypoint in, but of course the harvester can only have one target to give the to give the carting tractors. So I'm not sure whether that loop will help auto drive work its way out around if there is a tractor parked on the waypoint. We will have to see, but yeah, it's going well. I'm not sure why this is stopping and starting now. There you go, just stop and get unloaded. What is it doing? Anyway, so yeah, I'm pleased with the unload. That's working well, and I'm really not sure what is going on between these two. If it carries on, we may need to intervene, but yeah, all is going well. Well, as you've seen from the little bit of a montage there, it's all going relatively smoothly. Now, I'm not going to try and jinx it, But yeah, we're getting unloaded. The auto drive course into the bunker is working. Alright, it's not bang on the tip point, but it's doing the job. And if we take a look in, because now we're actually tipping into the silo bit itself, we can see we've already got 252,000 litres of sugar beet, plus the 5 or 6 loads that we dumped on the top. So we've got a fair haul, which is good, and that's only going to improve when we run it through the beet cleaner. So that is to, like I said earlier, simulating getting rid of all the soil clumps, any bits of root, debris, that sort of stuff, stones. So you would get then a better price at the sugar factory. So yeah, all going well, and I quite like this, basing a farm and how we do the activities off of real life farming. I think that to me is more is the nod to realism that I would give. You know, I'm not ultra realistic. Everybody knows that. But doing stuff like this and almost mimicking how it's done in real life really is cool. So yeah, I'm pleased it's going well. Yeah, we just need the mod to get through testing now. Well, we've taken over the harvester as there wasn't much left of the field, and let's just put that in a second so we don't start to confuse auto drive. Yeah, there's not much left to do, and I wanted to be able to catch the missed bits that auto drive, no, not auto drive, course play even had skipped through. So every beat helps and all that lot. So I think we'll clean up this corner here, and then we can head back up for the last pass, and then there's the odd little bit here and there to pick up. But that really hasn't taken as long as I thought it was going to. I know we've got a slightly wider header, but even so, yeah, it's powered through it. I think having the storage point pretty close to the field has helped as well. The other thing I've realised is we need to start thinking about next year's crops, or next year's harvest crops, because we need to start planting like now. I think we are going to do canola again, because that does bring us in a fair amount of money. I think maybe, I don't know, I like the idea of the sugar beet again. I've enjoyed doing this, I really have. So I think we'll do probably sugar beet again in here, and maybe a field next to us, which is 80, I think. So maybe 2 fields of sugar beet, and then we'll think about what we're going to put in the other 3 fields when we get to that episode, or maybe I'll even have a think beforehand so I sound like I know what I'm on about. But yeah, all's gone well. I am pleased. I'm loving the fact that we are doing the beets using my mod to store them. Yeah, I couldn't really ask for a better experience today. I suppose it's been good fun. But yeah, nearly finished now. We'll get this bit down here, and I think there's a slight slither at the top, and then we'll be done. Well, last 16,000 litres of sugar beet going in, and roughly, I think, with what we've got on the ground and in the silo part of the bunker, I think we've got about 500-ish thousand litres. So not a bad haul off of a relatively small field, I guess, compared to every other, most of the other fields on this map. Now, let's just take a quick look at what we have got. So yeah, 381,000 litres in the bunker. plus the 5 loads. Oh, there's me pressing backwards, trying to move forwards. Plus the 5 loads of 37-ish thousand litres per time. So yeah, pretty good haul. Yeah, I like it. It's simple, but I did a thing. So yeah, it's cool. Right, so the next task for this field is to lime it. And then what I want to do is I want to go through it with, let me find it, this part of this MA Ag pack. So it is this piece of kit here. So this is something very similar that they use on Wardy's Waffle. It's called a Simba Solo. Kind of similar setup to this, and as close as I can get in game. So we'll be running that through the ground once we've limed it, and then we can look to start getting the sugar beet planted when the window opens. So yeah, quite looking forward to using bits of kit that you actually see on a real farm. But I think what we're going to do for today is leave that there. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I definitely have, and I know I say that, but I really, really have. I think it's been cool. Got to test the bale bunker. Hopefully come into a mod hub near you soon. And also to use this beast of a harvester. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.